Hey, this is Barbara from barbarajournals.com. And first, I want to thank you for your purchase. This video is just a guide just to kind of show you some options you have in regards to making these templates a little bit more personalized. So I'm going to go through each page first so you'll see what you received. So as you can see, you have the monthly calendar here, and then I made it 2 pages here. You also have a weekly planner, a 1 page and a 2 page, blank lines, a checklist, a regular square box. Then I did one for my goal sheet and steps that you can take to achieve that goal. So some ways that you could personalize it. On the first one, you see that I made it pretty simple so that it could fit any month. All you had to do is just circle or highlight the month that it is and the current year. Now, you can change this. So, for example, when the year becomes 2021, all you have to do is just, take it out and just say 2021. Or if you want to take out, the whole thing and just leave it for that particular year, you can do that too. It's completely up to you. That's one of the great things I like about Canva, how you can personalize it. So then I just have the days of the week up here and the squares and the notes page. So one of the things you can do, which is pretty simple, is just basically change the background color. So I clicked on background. Let's do gradients. So you can always just, change the background color if you want. Just a simple tweak to it to make it a little bit, make it pop a little bit more. Another thing you can do is add some elements to it. So let's say, for example, let's add some shapes. So let's say if at the top you want it to be highlighted a little bit more, you might do that and then position it back. So now it has, a touch more color to it. Maybe highlight the notes page down here to make it stand out and position it to the back. You could do that if you want, or if you would prefer, you can always add maybe some type of picture. So let's say you do one of the frames. Let's see. Okay, so here's a frame. And then you want to maybe upload a picture that, and make sure you check out the commercial rights for using a picture. So if you want to add just a regular picture to the background, let me see. And mine is taking extremely long to upload only because, of course, I have a lot that I've added. So I'm trying to pick one that we could probably add to the background for printing. That you may like go to like maybe Pixabay, or actually, now that I think about it, Pixabay is a part of Canva. I know definitely for the paid version, which is what I have. I'm not sure if Pixels and Pixabay is available for the free version, but you can check it out. So let's just pick this picture right here and then add it to the background. Maybe move it over a little bit. And then let's say you want to position this to the back. And then maybe for this picture, you might want to make it a little bit transparent so it's not, completely there, so that you can still see, the dates and everything. You might want to do that. Or if you just want to add a picture and stretch it out a little bit. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can either do it the way that I'm doing it. There we go. And then position it to the back. And then make it transparent. You can always do that. And you can do that with any picture. This one is kind of a dark picture, so wouldn't suggest using such a dark picture. Let me see if I can find one that may be a little bit brighter. Let's try this one. This one is a little bit brighter, so the colors may come out a little bit better. And I always love using flowers anyway. So let's see. Take this, position it to the back. Or actually, if you don't want to position it to the back, you could always just make it transparent, because by making it transparent, the dates and stuff automatically show up. So you could do it like that and have that in the background. Or if you prefer, you can always just maybe have it so that it's only covering the date, where the dates are. To kind of, highlight that a little bit if you want. Some other elements that you could possibly add. They have gradients available for Canva, and you may want to just maybe add like a simple brush stroke. Now for this one, because it's so short, I normally make it 2. So I copy it down here, and then you can position it to the back. So that way it shows as a background. Let me see. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. And then, of course, because it is a gradient, you can definitely change the color if you prefer. So let's say you decide to make it all pink. You could do that and have that in the background if you prefer. Some other elements that you can add. Excuse me. If you want to just do maybe some flowers in the corner. So let's see. I'm gonna do flowers before I do the one that I just saw that I wanted to use. So like, let's say if you wanted to add some flowers up at the top. And I apologize, it's allergy season. So if I'm clearing my throat a lot, that's the reason. Again, transparent. And if you want to copy that, take it down below. That's another idea. Or you could always flip it. So that way it's kind of like you have one going up and the other one going. Maybe stretch it out a bit. Bring it down. Then, you can stretch this one out a bit. Bring it up. Just to kind of, just so that you make it a little bit different. There we go. You could do that if you want. If you just want to add flowers in the corner. Let me see. Let me see this one. So let's say you want to add flowers in the corner. You might make this a little bit smaller if you want, or if not. So we got that one. So let's copy. So I think I want to do a little bit more. So then if I copy, I can bring it down to this corner and then just flip it. I think I want to turn this one because I want it to kind of almost point like the other one. Let's see. So it's kind of almost mirroring the other one. But again, you have to, play with it. And then transparent. Let's make it 30. I think that one was 31. 30. 30. So you can have flowers in the corner if you want. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to make this personalized. I just wanted to give you some examples to get you guys started. If at any point you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Um, this one. This is a new one. They've been adding a lot more of these, which makes it easier in regards to it's already created, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier. So you don't have to worry about reinventing the wheel, so to speak. So let's say if you wanted to use this one, which you could do, and this is just a suggestion. If you stretch it out enough, all right. See how it's almost covering the calendar? I may have to move it over. So what you could possibly do, and the reason why it's not completely covering, why it's slightly off is because I always leave room on the side for hole punching, which because this is in Canva, you can always feel free to move and edit it, which I'll show you. Excuse me. So what you could do is have this one and then position everything in the back. And then you could modify the sizes so that it fits within the templates if you want. So see how I'm changing the size so that it's inside of this right here. And then when you hole punch it, this will be, except for the flowers down here, this will not, infringe on the calendar. So you could do that as well. Let me just delete this image. Sorry about that. So those are just a few things that you can do to personalize it. Of course, if you have your own logos, you can add that. If you have your own pictures and images that you purchase from someplace like Etsy or Creative Market, you can feel free to input that as well. This is just a basic calendar where you can add your own year and date, but this right here, you can always change the color if you want. And all I did was just make it transparent. So you can feel free to do that. Next up I have is a 2-page one. So the month and date will go on the left-hand side of the planner and the year and the notes will be on the opposite side. This one is a 1 week. This one is for a 1 week, but I did it so that it's 2 pages. This is just regular blank lines, so you can always add text. So let's say if you wanted to say, maybe my personal favorites, personal reflections, because whenever I create my journals and planners, I like to make it so that people can personalize the top. And sometimes when people have journals and planners especially, they like to have blank space to write their own thoughts. So you can just add whatever heading you want, and then again, maybe make it fancy by adding maybe a square. Let's see what pops up. You can add this square if you want it. Position it to the back. Change the color. You could do that. If you want, you could add just a regular box, drag it in the corner, depending on the thickness of the line. And again, you can change the color for that if you want. So, or add one of these designs as well. So however you feel to make this page personalized, like I said, I always like to include that in my planners to give people a chance to, have place to write. Checklist. So you can title this just like we did the top one. You can make it a to-do list, depending on your category that of journal or planner that you're creating. You can add a title for that. Blank space. I know in my journal workbook, I have a blank space page so that you can draw out what you want your pages to look like for each of your planners or journals. And then this one, I wanted to make a goal page because it helps when you write down your goals. So again, you can make this whatever you want it to be. but I just chose my goal, a space to write your goal, and then the steps you need to take. But you can tweak it to fit whatever industry you're making your planner or journal for. Again, thank you for your purchase. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. Feel free to email me, and I will definitely answer any questions you have. All right, take care, and please tag me when you do make your creations. I would love to see what ideas you came up with. Have a great day.